To Syria again now, and the information war surrounding the conflict is in full swing. Western media outlets are racing to blame Damascus for most of the killing while turning a blind eye to rebel atrocities. And this bias has infuriated some Syrians, as Oksana Boyka reports.
Pursuing a story, joining the camp. When a Japanese journalist traveling with Syrian rebels converted to Islam, it wasn't just his old name he abandoned. For those around him, he stopped being someone who reports on the conflict. He became one of their own, with his camera hanging in place of a rifle. Allahu Akbar! While religious conversion of journalists is rare on the Syrian front lines, becoming political disciples of one side, the rebels, is almost the norm for many reporting to the world. In the past week of coverage, CNN has aired 5 packages from the Syrian front lines, all detailing the plight of those fighting the government. And while the regime is always condemned for its use of force against the militants,
it is a government onslaught.
Killings by the rebels barely get a mention.
What happened to the guy you captured this from?
He died, the rebel commander says. God willing, he went to hell.
Usually open and talkative, Syrians are now afraid of cameras. Those who agree to be interviewed often ask for their faces or names not to be shown for fear of reprisals. With satellite dishes a household commodity, Syrians do watch Western coverage of the conflict, and many feel that their concerns, their fears, their losses are intentionally glossed over.
You are talking very bad about Syria. You are not telling the truth
but you know
about
what? This is the first time I've been able to come to Syria.
No, why
my
before
first
you didn't
visa.
come? Why before you didn't come?
I didn't have a visa.
No, why you didn't get the visa?
We've been waiting for a visa to come to tell your story.
No, it's not correct. Everybody can come to Syria and get visa.
The usual claim that the Syrian government doesn't let Western reporters into the country is not accurate. Currently, there are around 80 foreign media outlets accredited in Syria, a sizable number of them European or American. But their dispatches are not always welcomed at home. Chris Janssen is an independent Belgian writer.
They have an editorial line, and they want to bring a certain picture about Syria, that it's a brutal regime, that it's an evil country.
The use of Photoshop or selective editing is hardly a new invention. The war of words has long become a cliché. But in Syria, one-sided coverage keeps the war going, and shooting for TV really kills.
Journalism schools no longer teach their students to be objective. It's considered impossible. Rather, they are told to strive for balance and integrity and to put humanistic values above political. But Syria is once again a special case. In this bloody conflict, Western media rarely air calls for reconciliation or political dialogue. Rather, it's for arming the rebels and for the war, also known as freedom fight, to go on. Oksana Boyka, RT, reporting from Syria.